This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No. Y'all,
This
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Tuesday, lovely people.
Yes.
Hey.
I like it. I like the vibe. I'm just going to start with that.
Okay.
All right, let's get to it. There were some big movie premieres last night, and the stars were out. I'm just kidding. Tom Cruise came out to support his Top Gun Maverick co-star Glenn Powell for the London premiere of his new movie Twisters. God bless you. Scarlett Johansson was joined by her co-star Channing Tatum for the New York premiere of their movie Fly Me to the Moon. I like this one. The film leans into the conspiracy theory that NASA faked the moon landing because the mission was too important to fail. Did I say NASA wrong again?
Yeah.
I say it wrong every single time.
It's not Nassau, it's NASA.
NASA.
Yeah.
I say it wrong every single time. 7 years. Sometimes you're just too old to change. During the premiere, Scarlett told people she is most fascinated by the conspiracy that Dolly Parton's arms are covered in tattoos. You guys know me. I'm big into conspiracy theories. You guys got a favorite?
I had one that, remember when my cousin Vinny, she won the Oscar? What is her name?
Marissa Tomei.
Marissa Tomei. Have you heard this? That she wasn't actually supposed to win. It was a joke, and they had her name. It wasn't actually on the envelope. I believe that one.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, Sissy Spacek was supposed to have actually won, and it was a joke, and it got all the way to the top.
All right.
What?
Al, do you have any real ones?
That seems like a conspiracy.
I know. Look it up. It's very real.
I mean, I'm always going to be fascinated by JFK.
Yeah.
Not to be too morbid, I did. There's some conspiracy around the MLK assassination too, because James Earl Ray was like a two-bit dirtbag. Like he wasn't the kind of guy that could have coordinated that kind of. That wasn't the type of crimes he was committing. I'll just leave it at that.
I'm down.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
I think I can guess Jeff's, but mine was along the same lines.
Talk to me.
The assassination or the murder of Sam Cooke, the singer. There's so much surrounding the mystery of that. He was allegedly killed by a woman who was either have a madam or something like that. But it was like very. The FBI was following him. There's a lot there. Look at the two, I think it's called The Two Assassinations of Sam Cooke. Yeah, that documentary is really good.
See, now I'm going to grab some beers. I'm going to come right back. Let's talk. I love this stuff. But, the moon landing, there's been 12 people to the moon. Yeah. Why don't we talk to them more? I don't understand that. I have questions on them.
We talked a lot to them.
No, we haven't.
Yes, we have. Quarantined them. We have moon rocks.
Why aren't we talk to people that I don't even care about? Well, you're in this movie? Good for you. No, you went on the moon? Talk to me, man. Let's have an hour special about it. Anyways, I could go all day.
I think your algorithm doesn't reflect that. You have to get your algorithm to reflect it.
You have to keep clicking moon stuff.
Yeah. Buzz Aldrin's interviewed a lot.
Trust me, my algorithm is fine with conspiracy theories. I get enough. But my number one is Jeffrey Epstein.
Yes.
Come on.
Did he kill himself, Jeff?
Absolutely not.
I agree with you.
Absolutely not.
I
It did
agree.
not.
You know
I
what?
agree.
You know what? My best friend John lives in Miami. When Jeffrey Epstein got killed, you know what he said? He goes, "That was a flex by whoever, whatever powers it be, that we can take anybody out when we want to." He's the most sought after and high-profile suspect in custody. That'd be like having El Chapo. You see when they transfer him from a bunker to a helicopter, he's got bulletproof vests on. There's snipers on the roof. There's FBI guys around him to make sure that person stands trial and pays for their crimes. But yet we take it back to two snoozing police officers that are asleep with their keys dangling off the corner, and this guy, the most high-profile criminal in our lifetime, is able to die on suicide watch, which they don't even give you the sheets to do that. Those sheets are like paper towels.
And how many sheets were in that room? Way
multiple.
Too many sheets.
And we might not get to another story. And there was two cameras, one directly into his cell and one on the tier.
And?
Both out. and both guards sleeping. And it was like a 45-minute check every single 45 minutes. They didn't check them for like at least 8 hours.
And the only people who's gotten in trouble are those 2 guards. No one else. Just those 2 guards.
All guys.
Yeah,
Right.
Fall guys.
They were
that's right.
both asleep.
Yeah, give me
Okay.
a
Like,
break.
come on.
I think we have to move on now.
We do? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, John Corbett says he regrets being an actor.
Do the rest of the show
Yeah,
like
let's
this.
That's what I mean. John Corbett. Let's get, Ken Johnson, who landed on the moon.
I want to talk about this. This is-
All right. He's best known for playing the hunky radio DJ in Northern Exposure and Carrie's love interest, Aiden Shaw, in the Sex and the City series and the spinoff. John was recently on the Fly on the Wall podcast. I almost said Moon. My mind's there.
I filled in Moon in my head as well.
With Dana Carvey and David Spade. Great podcast if you guys haven't listened to it. And said he doesn't find acting fulfilling at all. Nice house, buddy. Listen.
I can reveal now, I picked the wrong thing to do with my life, right? For one, since I was a kid, I hate to be told what to do by any authority figure. So I picked something to do with my whole life for my fulfillment of my work life, which is, dude, stand here, say this, put this on, look this way, say it faster, cut your hair like this. Have you ever sat in a waiting room of a doctor's office for like an hour? For me, that's what making a movie is like, because I'm not part of any creative process.
For the record, I'll stand in for John anytime. I'm open for business, just so you guys know. Yeah, I'll stand there and do whatever you want. Yeah.
Carrie's love interest.
I'll be anybody's love interest.
Erica, do you applaud him for his honesty, or are you like, cry me a river?
I think that it is important for people to be honest with their experiences. I know that there's a lot, we don't talk about, there's not safe spaces for certain people. And I know that it sounds like he's an entitled guy who's, saying, oh, I have all this money and I've been so successful, but I hate what I do. I think a lot of people who have a lot of money and have been very successful hate what they do.
Yeah, I'd agree
it's
with
just that, it's different when you hear from like a finance bro. Then
Or
when you
lawyer,
hear,
right?
Then when you hear from an actor and somebody who people have like fawned over and put up on this pedestal because you see them all the time. So I don't have a problem with what he says or what he said. I think a lot of people can actually relate to it.
I kind of do. Tori, what do you think?
I actually really learned a lot from what Erica said, but he said I'm not part of any creative process. How many people have jumped into producing or directing? Jump into it. You're at the top of your echelon. Find a way to go into the creative process.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like work a little bit harder and find a lane.
I would say that he's worked enough, because what is work? It gets you money. What does money do? It buys back your time. You don't have to work as much. It gives you more free time. This guy has enough free time to not work for a year or two or ever, and do all these creative things. Produce small movies.
Right.
Do independent things. Paint watercolors. Do whatever you want, but don't say I'm just sitting around and I can't do anything. I'm sure your trailer has plenty of anything you need to write that script that you so clearly want to write. It's weird because it just came off as like he just wishes he knew how to get out of this predicament. I'm like, you can just do it. You can just go.
He probably doesn't know that.
You're right.
That's the thing. A lot of people don't. Like you get stuck in this thing where it's like, this is how I make my money and this is what I do, and people don't think about that next level.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to, because he has enough money that he doesn't have to do that.
He's sitting next to that next level.
I know, but the thing about it is he's from a generation where they didn't have to do those things. The generation underneath him, I bet you the guy next door is creating his script and doing all the things that John wanted to do in his career. He's doing that simultaneously with waiting to be called for the next scene.
Yeah. All right, coming up on DBL, we're talking with Buzz Aldrin. Oh, no, we don't do interviews with astronauts. Alec Baldwin.
God.
We have.
Alec Baldwin.
We totally have.
I'm kidding. Not on the moon. This is serious. He goes on trial for the deadly Rust movie set shooting. Will he testify in his own defense? And we're talking with Jason Biggs all about celebrating the 25th anniversary of American Pie. Welcome back to DBL. Alec Baldwin's trial over the fatal shooting on the set of the Rust movie began yesterday. Jury selection started this morning. Alec is charged with involuntary manslaughter for the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Alex had pled guilty, not guilty, I should say, and maintains he did not pull the trigger on the prop gun. He was pointing at her. The judge made a ruling yesterday that Alec's role as a producer on the movie cannot be considered. That's very important.
Yeah.
If convicted, he could face up to 18 months in prison. I say no way, Tori. You're kind of on the other side of this.
Yeah, and I kind of think that you're going to be right. First of all, he should not testify. Alec is someone you don't like to.
I wanted to ask you about that.
No, if you remember the press that pushes Alec a little bit, they will cross-examine him, push his buttons, and he'll do the Alec Baldwin rah, 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 and make him very unlikable to the juror. So if I'm his defense attorney, do not get him on that stand. Second off, in this situation, I think the armorer is like 80% of the issue, and she's been charged and convicted, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed. But I do think that the person holding the gun is a part of the issue if someone dies. I'm not saying they're going to be convicted, but they do have a responsibility. You're trained how to hold the gun, trained not to pull the trigger. And the FBI had a specialist come in and say, there's no way that gun went off without him pulling the trigger. So is he not culpable in any way?
Well, that's the prosecution side. They were not able to test the gun after the FBI said there's no way he could have not pulled the trigger and made this gunfire. So I feel like right there you have room to throw this out or throw that evidence out and don't let the jury hear it. My question to you, and it's a little bit kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier with testifying, I always thought it was never take the stand. They're gonna tear you apart. But I was looking at this interview with there was a rapper named Hurricane Chris. I don't know if you remember. Throw some D's on that. And it was a situation where it was him or that guy. He's like, this guy was gonna kill me. I defended myself. And they asked him why he took the stand, and he was like, if they're gonna put me in jail forever, I want them to hear my voice and see my passion and understand for me this is what happened, and he ended up getting off.
But the problem is we've heard Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
We've seen Alec Baldwin. We know Alec Baldwin. So the jury doesn't need to learn his voice. We know it, and it's not particularly good under stress.
I think the issue here is that there aren't any constants. The entire thing is variables, because even if you talk to a million actors and a million people who have been on the set with a prop gun, no one is going to say that they were on a set with a prop gun where the environment was to take those same guns, and reportedly they were plinking, so that's why the live rounds were there, that they were using those guns for purposes, outside of what was happening on the set. So the fact that there's so many variables in this equation, I think that it could go either way.
And especially if he's not being charged as a producer, I think he would be convicted in that case, but if he's not, I think he could get off.
Very interesting. I wish we had more time, but we don't. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to DBL. Can you believe it's been 25 years since American Pie hit theaters? Earlier, we spoke with Jason Biggs, who's put a new spin on one of his famous scenes. Good job, Jeff, from the film. Take a look.
Well, we'll just tell your mother that we ate it all.
Please welcome back to DBL. We love him and his pies, Jason Biggs.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Doing great. Great to see you again. Let's jump right in because this year is the 25th anniversary of American Pie. I can't believe it. I know you can't. And you teamed up with Edwards Desserts to recreate a family-friendly version, of course, of your famous pie scene. But this time you're playing the father. So did you ever think you'd still be referencing this very scene from a different generation?
Not 25 years ago. I certainly didn't think I would be sitting here today referencing it. But, you know, as the last 25 years has unfolded, and it's dawned on me just how impactful this movie, that scene in particular, have been to people. And, you know, having this perspective now, every day people come up to me and talk about this movie. They talk about the role. They talk about the pie scene. And it's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. It's not lost on me that an opportunity like that doesn't come around very often in terms of an actor's career. But for me, the most special thing is still being able to connect with the fans after all these years. Yeah, I play the Eugene role now. It's kind of flipped, you know, and of course it's a family-friendly version as opposed to the original pie scene. But it's, you know, we did a shot-for-shot remake.
Well, speaking of Eugene Levy, he recently called you his, quote, second son. So what's one thing that you always remember about working with him on those movies?
Oh, my gosh. There's so much, but... You know, I'll never forget the first day we met, actually, was it was a rehearsal day. He had been cast, and we were going to start filming in a few weeks, I think. And we came in. It was just he and I, the writer, and the directors. And we went into a room, and we went through every scene, and we improvised. But, you know, we just had such a great, like, immediate rapport. And yeah, he's like a second dad to me. And I tell you, like, if anyone, you know, has influenced me and my comedy, my acting in any way, it's Eugene. I hope. I mean, that's what I think about Eugene when I'm doing comedy. You know, more than anyone else, for sure.
Yeah, I did improv in LA and New York, and he's still the king. I mean, you look up to him and you bow down. I agree. I got to know, did that iconic apple pie scene from the original movie sour you to actual apple pie in real life, even for a little bit?
You know, it never soured me in the sense that I didn't like it. How can you not love pie? I mean, I love pie. I love pie. There, I said it. You're going to take, that's going to be the little, you're just going to take that. That's going to be, go viral. Just me going, I love pie.
I'm like, clip it.
Yeah, clip it. Send it out.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's, I did get a little tired, I suppose, of people sending pies to me at restaurants. You know, only because, you know what? Only because I kind of felt bad for them, because I probably wasn't giving them the reaction that they were hoping for. You know, every time someone did it, and by the way, still occasionally happens, but anytime it happens, the person that's doing it thinks that they are doing the funniest, most original, most hilarious thing ever, and all due respect, it's not. It's just not. I get it. I get why you would do this. But I try real hard to give them a, hey, thanks, funny reaction. But I'm probably, at this point, I can't hide my, I wouldn't say disdain, but I won't hide my sort of lack of impression.
I think that's fair, sir.
I don't know what they were thinking. Like, were you going to recreate the scene for them because they bought you a slice of pie?
You move all of your dinner away.
All right, yeah.
Move it.
The
totally.
word is out.
I don't even know. I don't even know. And now the truth is, you know what? If it's not an Edwards pie, I don't even want to see it.
Amen.
So that's where I'm at.
I love it. Thank you so much, Jason. DBL Nation, he loves pie. Don't miss out on the Edwards anniversary apple pie at pieloversunite.com. Love it again. Thanks for coming on again. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having me always. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. We'll be right back.
welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out.
Hey, Steph, what do you have for us today? Because I'm ready to shop.
Hello, Tori. Hello, DBL Nation. We are super excited to show you the deals we've got today. As ever, they're fabulous. So let's check everything out. First up, we've got the Made in Crystal wine decanter. And this is a super summer steal, and it includes one decanter. This is a super summer steal, so you do not want to miss out on this. Everyone's going to want one, because why not? Normally, it's $99 for this, but we have got it for just $20, so that's saving 80%. Up next, we've got the 24-pack Dartwood reusable water balloons. So this deal includes 24 reusable water balloons. Normally, this is $28.
Okay, not bad.
We've got a 24-pack for $12. That's saving 57%. Honestly, if you're a granny, an auntie, an uncle, mum or dad, you're going to be the coolest person in your family if you bring these to a pool party. Seriously. Next up, we've got the Poohoo Concept 6-piece knife set, and it also comes with these guards. Now, you guys, I need to let you know that this board here is not included. It is just the knives in this deal. The deal does include a chef bread cutting Santoku utility and paring knife. So normally this is $30. However, we are selling them for just $15, which is saving 50%. Last but not least, we've got one of our brand favorites. It's Cuisinart. It's a full-size stainless steel toaster. This deal today includes one toaster. Normally it is $80. However, we've got it for $29.99, which is saving you guys 63%.
All right, guys, head on over to morningsave.com. You know the drill. Or, as you can see, there's a QR code right on screen, and you can use that. It will send you directly to these products on Morning Save's website. Thank you so much, Steph.
Tori, you weren't here, but I screwed up the intro to Morning Save.
You did? I missed a mistake from Jeff.
You would have loved it.
How bad?
It was
1
an
to 10.
all-timer.
1 to 10.
It wasn't that bad, but we've said that intro.
bad.
We've said that intro 10,000 times.
Wow, and you still messed up. Your big boss just said it was bad.
It was. Oh, I got some other things to say, but we're out of time. We're out of time.
Man.
Luckily, DBL's new every day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time,
Bye,
same
guys.
place.